indeed, I have this thing called Corona, and I hope I'm resilient enough to go through this presentation, but there are only 3 slides. So the new component of resilience for CityWorks, it was built in a similar fashion as for the climate component, and also basically building up on existing tools and instruments that are already been used and well established. And also not trying to reinvent the wheel, and of course trying to provide a perspective on, and there are several discussions on how we should actually call it, if it was resilience recovery, resilience response or recovery or green recovery. So we ended up using the term resilience that we understand now based on the frameworks that are available, basically encompasses all of these different terms. No, and it's of course not surprising that it did arise as a result of the breakout of the outbreak of the pandemic, but not only. No, of course, that was something that was already there before, and this was built within the scope of the project called Recap 21. And it was a great opportunity because throughout this project, working with ICLEI and Resilient Cities Network, Cities Alliance, and other partners, we had an opportunity to first deploy or apply some of the tools, already existing tools from CityWorks, to see how actually Clay and Resilient Cities Network could apply their tools on resilience and climate, and then bring back the experience, of this combined application of tools, and try to understand how this could be reflected into CityWorks. So I think it's a great opportunity, and as Luciana has already pointed out, it's always important to see how these tools actually are applied in practice, and we could manage to get some feedback from this experience into the additions that we've made. So please, next slide. So based on this, we developed 6 tools, and the approach here was to actually not to create again new tools, but as far as possible, try to add new elements, to existing tools. So, for example, the brainstorming challenges and opportunity for urban action. This is a tool that already existed before. In CityWorks, we basically added the resilience component to it. There are tools that were, or additions to tools that were done for all of the different steps throughout CityWorks to ensure that when city officials or other people working with cities, they're trying to raise awareness on global agendas, they have material to work with resilience when they're trying to understand the current situation, as well when they're up to prioritizing measures and implementing their plans. They could also refer to some elements of resilience when they're taking those steps. And I think it's important to mention, and that applies to the climate component of CityWorks as well, is that some specific icons were developed for that as well. So it's easier to find them throughout the tool, because of course there are several tools within the CityWorks toolkit. So it's important to differentiate and to ensure that the users can actually locate them more easily into the platform. So one way of doing that is when you're going through the different applications within CityWorks, is to look for this icon, with the umbrella and the different icons, for different kinds of events. And the other possibility is, I'm not sure, Luciana, if you want to go back to the platform, to the website. Yeah, you can go via the global agenda. So for example, if you go to the Senda framework, now there is a description on what, I mean, and there's different definitions sometimes of resilience and what hazard entails and everything else. So basically this is the definition that is used by CityWorks, and at the bottom of the page you can also see a reference on the specific tools that are related to resilience. And the same, once again, applies to climate and other components. Thanks, Luciana. And then as part of this effort as well, the final element that was produced was a digital version or a program version of the one of the tools, which is called Specializing Challenges and Opportunities, which is installed in the same platform as the STG Wheel tool that you might have had the opportunity to test yesterday. And for some lucky ones that will be randomly selected in the next exercise, there will be opportunity to test out this tool as well, because this was literally finalized in the last couple of days. So we would like to have this opportunity as well to get your feedback on it. So I think this would be it from my side, and of course, happy to answer any questions you might have.